Believe it or not, fish eggs can travel through birds. Certain fish species, like carp and killifish, have a remarkable ability to survive a challenging journey through the digestive systems of birds. When birds eat these fish eggs, they can endure the harsh conditions of digestion and remain unharmed. Once the birds excrete them, the eggs can hatch into tiny fish, ready to start their lives in new waters. This unique survival mechanism is crucial for the fish species, allowing them to colonize distant ponds, lakes, and rivers that might not be accessible otherwise. It's like nature's own version of hitchhiking. By passing through birds, these fish can spread across vast landscapes and find new habitats to thrive in. It also raises fascinating questions about how species can adapt and survive in changing environments. So the next time you see a swimming fish, remember that its journey might have begun with a bird's meal. Isn't nature incredible? Ever wonder where the term nerd came from? It turns out there's more to this quirky word than meets the eye. The term nerd was first introduced by none other than Dr. Seuss in his 1950 book, If I Ran the Zoo. In this whimsical tale, he used the term to describe a strange creature, showcasing the wonderful and imaginative world of his writing. Little did he know this playful term would evolve dramatically over the years. Fast forward to today, and being a nerd is no longer something to be ashamed of. Now it proudly describes people who are deeply passionate about their interests, whether that be science fiction, technology, gaming, or anything else that stirs their curiosity. The once negative connotation has transformed into a badge of honor among communities that celebrate geek culture. It's amazing how a simple, invented word has taken root in our language, reflecting a shift in how we view intelligence and enthusiasm. So the next time you hear someone refer to themselves as a nerd, remember, they're not just talking about someone who likes books. They're celebrating a vibrant, diverse culture. Have you ever wondered why Scrabble rules can surprise us? In 2015, an extraordinary event unfolded in New Zealand when Richard, a passionate Scrabble player, clinched a championship title with a word that wasn't recognized as French, despite the tournament being conducted in that language. This unexpected twist highlighted the quirky nature of Scrabble, where words often depend on players' strategies. Richard didn't stop there. He showcased his incredible talent by winning the World Championship in France in 2018 and adding multiple English Scrabble titles to his name. But the real shocker came in 2024 when he triumphed in a Spanish championship, all while not knowing the language. Richard's unique achievements raise fascinating questions about language and strategy in Scrabble. How can someone excel without fully mastering the language? His story inspires players everywhere to embrace creativity and challenge the norm. Join the fun with a unicorn hunting license. At Lake Superior State University in Michigan, they've embraced a quirky tradition that sparks joy and imagination. Their unique unicorn hunting license invites anyone with a playful spirit to take part in the whimsical pursuit of mythical creatures. This license isn't about actual hunting. Instead, it celebrates creativity, encouraging people to dream and have fun. Each license is part of a broader effort to promote the university's motto of fostering joy and wonder in learning. Issued since 1971, this charming initiative has become a beloved talking point for visitors and students alike. Whether you hang it on your wall or give it as a gift, it serves as a reminder to keep the magic alive in our everyday lives. So who wouldn't want to say they've gone unicorn hunting? You might be shocked to learn that thinking drains energy. When we engage in deep mental tasks like pondering a tricky text message or solving a complex problem, our brains consume glucose, which is the main fuel for our brain cells. Just like running a marathon leaves our muscles tired, intense mental activities can leave us feeling mentally drained. This happens because our brain doesn't just sit idle, it's a busy powerhouse, using energy to send signals and process information. So, after a long day of decision-making or studying, you may experience fatigue, even if you haven't moved much physically. This is why we hear people say they feel wiped out after a tough meeting or exam. Understanding this connection between mental effort and fatigue can help us manage our time better and recognize when we need to take a break and recharge. Ever noticed how your brain feels after a long brainstorming session? This might surprise you. Kids sleepwalk more than adults. Research shows that sleepwalking occurs in 5 to 15% of children each year, while only 1 to 1.5% of adults experience this unusual nighttime behavior. The reason behind this difference often ties back to genetics, meaning that if a child has a family history of sleepwalking, their chances of doing it themselves increase. Sleepwalking typically happens during deep sleep and can lead to some amusing or even scary situations, like a child wandering around the house unaware. While most children outgrow sleepwalking, it can be concerning for parents who might catch their little ones in action. Enhancing safety at home, like removing obstacles and monitoring sleep patterns, can help keep sleepwalking kids safe. So if your kid gets up in the night and starts walking around, know they might just be part of that sleepwalking statistic. Is it really true that bones decorate a church? The Sedlec Ossuary in the Czech Republic is one of the most fascinating and eerie places you can visit. This church, also known as the Bone Church, is not just a regular house of worship. It's filled with the bones of over 40,000 people. Built in the 14th century, the ossuary was created when a Cistercian monastery decided to make a final resting place for the many who died during the Black Death and the Hussite Wars. Instead of simply burying the skeletons, the monks artistically arranged the bones to create stunning decorations. You'll find elaborate chandeliers made from skulls, a striking bone chandelier with all types of bones, and even a coat of arms intricately crafted from human remains. Visitors often find it both haunting and beautiful, sparking curiosity about life, death, and the traditions surrounding them. If you're ever in the area, the Sedlec Ossuary offers a unique glimpse into history and a thought-provoking experience unlike any other. Prepare to be amazed by Hatshepsut's incredible reign. Hatshepsut was not just any pharaoh. She was the 5th ruler of Egypt's powerful 18th dynasty and only the 2nd woman to rule Egypt independently. Her reign, which lasted from around 1479 to 1458 BC, is a fascinating chapter in ancient Egyptian history. Hatshepsut is especially renowned for expanding trade networks, which significantly boosted Egypt's economy and brought exotic goods from far-off lands. She made daring trade expeditions to places like Punt, where her people brought back valuable treasures such as gold, ivory, and spices. Beyond trade, Hatshepsut was a master builder who commissioned impressive temples, including her magnificent mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari. This stunning structure not only celebrated her accomplishments, but also served as a lasting testament to her leadership. How did she rise to power in such a male-dominated world? Scientists recently discovered that what drives American vigilance in community safety? In the United States, quickly reporting suspicious activities is not just common, it's seen as an essential civic duty. Unlike in Belarus or Russia, where similar actions might be termed informing, Americans embrace this vigilance as a community responsibility. When residents notice an unfamiliar figure loitering or hear unusual noises late at night, their instinct is to alert the authorities. This proactive behavior is deeply rooted in the belief that being watchful not only prevents crime, but also fosters a secure environment for everyone. Many Americans feel a sense of duty to protect their neighborhoods, acting swiftly without waiting for prompts or encouragement. This mindset creates a stronger bond among community members, promoting a culture where safety is everyone's concern. Such vigilance is viewed not as nosiness, but as a heroic duty that enhances public order and community well-being. This cultural perspective raises an intriguing question. How does this mindset compare to safety approaches in your own country? Hard to believe, but Liechtenstein has no airport. Nestled in the stunning Alps, this tiny landlocked country is not only one of the smallest in Europe, but also lacks an airport due to its challenging mountainous terrain. Instead of hopping on a local flight, the residents of Liechtenstein typically travel 75 miles to Zurich Airport in Switzerland, where they can catch flights to countless global destinations. The transportation connections are excellent, with efficient rail and road networks making the journey relatively smooth and quick. This unique travel situation highlights how even in our modern world, geography can shape daily life in fascinating ways. By relying on nearby transportation hubs, the people of Liechtenstein have developed a travel routine that blends convenience with the charm of living in a stunning alpine landscape. How does a country thrive without an airport? Guess what really drives paint choices today? When it comes to painting projects, the method you choose can make a world of difference. You can apply that vibrant color with a brush or a spray, but did you know that the delicate finish can be prone to cracking? This means that if you're using a spray, you need to maintain a steady hand and a good distance. Carefully handling the paint during application can help avoid those dreaded cracks. Whether you're touching up a room or embarking on a full renovation, understanding your tools is crucial. Brushes allow for more control, perfect for detailed work, while sprays cover larger areas quickly. However, each method has its own set of tips to master. So before you dive in, consider your project and the finish you want. Will you go for the precision of a brush or the speed of a spray? The choice is up to you. What if I told you 17 brings bad luck in Italy? This fascinating belief dates back to ancient times and is rooted in the way the number 17 is pronounced. In Italian, the number 17 is diciasset, which can be rearranged to form the word vixi, meaning I have lived, a phrase associated with death. Because of this ominous connection, many Italians avoid using the number 17 in their everyday lives. For instance, you won't find a 17th floor in many buildings or a 17th seat on a plane. Instead, they often replace this number with 16 bis or jump straight to 18. This superstition is not isolated, as many cultures around the world have their own numbers linked to luck or misfortune. So next time you find yourself in Italy, remember to keep an eye out for the number 17, just in case. Did you know dust is worse near highways? Studies show that dust levels are significantly higher in busy highways or construction areas compared to tranquil houses nestled in forests. Why does this happen? When vehicles zoom by and construction workers move around, they disturb the ground, stirring up dust particles into the air. This constant activity sends tiny bits of dirt floating around, creating a haze that can impact air quality. In contrast, forests provide a calm, serene environment. With fewer people around, the air in these wooded areas tends to be much cleaner. Trees play a critical role here. They not only absorb CO2 but also help trap dust and other pollutants, making the air fresher. So the next time you're stuck in traffic or near a construction site, remember that you could be inhaling more dust than if you were taking a leisurely walk through a forest. Isn't it fascinating how our surroundings can shape the quality of the air we breathe? Guess what really drives the universe's distance measurements? A light year measures distance, not time, representing the incredible journey light takes across the cosmos. 1 light year equals about 9.5 trillion kilometers, or nearly 6 trillion miles. So when we say a galaxy is 10 million light years away, it means the light from that galaxy left it 10 million years ago. This fascinating concept helps us understand just how vast and dynamic our universe is. Light travels at an astonishing speed of about 216,792 kilometers per second, or about 186,282 miles per second, which sounds fast until you realize that in the grand scheme of space, even that speed takes years to cover huge distances. Imagine looking up at a galaxy and realizing you're actually seeing it as it was millions of years ago. This perspective opens up a whole new way to think about time, distance, and our place in the universe. Here's a wild fact about Oskar Schindler. After bravely saving about 1,200 Jews during the Holocaust, Schindler faced a stark reality in the aftermath of the war. His heroic actions in saving lives, while commendable, left him financially drained. Schindler moved to Argentina with dreams of a new life, trying to raise chickens as a source of income. Unfortunately, his farming venture did not go as planned, leading him to financial ruin. In his struggle to make ends meet, Schindler relied on the generosity of those he saved, who provided him with gifts and support. This twist of fate highlights the deep connections forged during one of history's darkest times. Rather than being celebrated as the wealthy businessman he once was, Schindler ended up a man in need, embodying both the complexity of human nature and the lasting impact of his choices. Can you imagine the bond he formed with those he rescued? Have you ever heard of No Name, Colorado? This quirky little town in Colorado stands out for its unconventional name choice, reflecting an interesting blend of humor and straightforwardness. Named simply No Name, the town embraces its identity with a sense of pride that is hard to miss. Located near Glenwood Springs, this unique moniker brings a smile to the faces of curious travelers and locals alike. While many towns strive for grand titles or names with rich histories, No Name takes a different route by opting for a name that couldn't be simpler. This playful choice often leads to amusing conversations and endless questions, making it a memorable stop for those exploring the beautiful Rockies. Not only is the town a fun anomaly, but it also highlights how names can carry unexpected meaning and character. So the next time you're in Colorado, consider a detour to No Name and appreciate the charm of unpretentious naming. Who knew a name could spark such interest? Guess what really drives Brad Pitt's acting choices? It's the deep connections he forms with his characters. In the 1994 film Interview with the Vampire, Pitt portrayed the brooding vampire Louis, a role that left him emotionally drained. He struggled to embody Louis's dark nature, especially while navigating a personal breakup at that time. This emotional weight became challenging, pulling Pitt into a complex world where he had to explore themes of love, loss, and immortality. Despite this discomfort during filming, Interview with the Vampire skyrocketed to success, captivating audiences and critics alike. Over the years, Pitt has come to appreciate the film's significance in his career, recognizing its lasting impact on fans. His experience showcases how the hard-hitting roles often lead to profound personal growth and artistic evolution, pushing actors to new heights. Have you ever thought about how actors cope with such intense emotions? Did you know John F. Kennedy's scandals go beyond politics? As the 35th President of the United States, JFK is often celebrated for his vision and leadership during pivotal moments, like the Cuban Missile Crisis. However, behind the scenes, his personal life sparked considerable intrigue and controversy. President Kennedy allegedly had numerous extramarital affairs, with rumored relationships involving iconic figures such as Marilyn Monroe and actress Angie Dickinson. These tales of romance and secrecy contributed to a complex persona, blending charm and charisma with personal scandal. Historians debate the impact of these affairs on his presidency and public perception. While some argue that they distracted from his work, many supporters believe they humanized him. The fascination surrounding Kennedy's private life prompts questions about the intersection of personal ethics and public duty. How do we separate the man from the leader? Understanding JFK's multifaceted character helps unravel the complexities of American history during a transformative era. What do you think these revelations mean for how we view leaders today? You won't believe this about Queen Boudica. This fierce queen led a remarkable uprising against the mighty Roman army in ancient Britain. Born around AD 30, Boudica was the leader of the Iceni tribe. When her husband, the king, died, the Romans tried to take their land and humiliate her, igniting her fierce spirit. Determined not to bow down, Boudica united various British tribes, rallying thousands of warriors to fight back. In AD 60, her forces achieved stunning victories, including the destruction of major Roman settlements like Camulodunum, modern-day Colchester. Boudica's rebellion became a serious threat to Roman control in Britain, inspiring many to rise up against their oppressors. Although she ultimately faced defeat, Boudica is remembered as a powerful symbol of resistance and courage, influencing generations to come. Could she be the first feminist icon in history? Guess what really drives Mexico's bridge construction? Winston Churchill's influence stretches far beyond British politics, reaching as far as the construction site of a significant bridge in Mexico. During the mid-20th century, his innovative ideas and engineering foresight sparked a trend in bridge planning and execution throughout the country. Churchill's emphasis on strong infrastructure led to an increased focus on modern construction techniques, inspiring Mexican engineers to embrace bold designs. The bridge not only served as a vital transportation link, but also symbolized national progress and ambition. By combining functionality with style, these structures became iconic, reflecting the country's aspiration to modernize. As a result of this legacy, Many engineers in Mexico today still look to Churchill's visionary thoughts, recognizing that effective leadership can transform landscapes. How many more projects will his vision inspire in the future? Is it really true that greyhounds are the fastest dogs? Absolutely. The greyhound is recognized as the speed champion of the dog world, able to sprint at incredible speeds of up to 44 miles per hour. These dogs have a fascinating history. They were originally bred for hunting and racing, which explains their sleek, aerodynamic bodies and long legs. Their incredible speed allows them to chase down prey efficiently, but it's not just their athletic abilities that make them special. Despite their rapid racing nature, greyhounds are known for their calm and affectionate personalities. When they aren't on the track, many of them enjoy lounging around like true couch potatoes, making them gentle companions for families. This unique blend of energy and relaxation has solidified greyhounds' status as beloved pets in many households. Have you ever considered adopting one of these amazing dogs? Can you imagine that unique Roquefort cheese? This delicious blue cheese, known for its creamy texture and sharp flavor, is a true gem of French gastronomy. Roquefort cheese enjoys a protected designation of origin, which means it can only be produced in the south of France, specifically in the region near Roquefort-sur-Soulzon. This special status ensures that the cheese is made using traditional methods passed down through generations, including the use of local sheep's milk and specific molds that give it its distinctive blue veins. To maintain its quality, strict regulations govern everything from the aging process to the type of sheep raised in the area. This commitment to tradition not only preserves the unique taste of Roquefort, but also supports local farmers and artisans. So next time you enjoy this tangy treat, remember it carries a rich history and a story that has shaped its unique character. Is it really true that Abraham Lake is a winter wonderland? This enchanting spot in Alberta, Canada, showcases a breathtaking natural phenomenon when winter blankets the region. As temperatures drop, the lake freezes over, creating a stunning icy surface. What makes this site truly captivating are the thousands of tiny bubbles filled with methane gas trapped beneath the ice. These bubbles, formed by the decomposition of organic material below the surface, escape into the water and become encased as the lake freezes. This results in mesmerizing patterns of floating ice or ghostly orbs that decorate the lake, giving it an otherworldly charm. The surreal beauty draws adventurers and photographers from far and wide, all eager to capture this unique spectacle. However, it's crucial to remember these methane bubbles represent more than just a striking visual. They play an important role in the ecosystem. Methane, a natural byproduct of decomposition, contributes to the lake's hidden life and ecology. If you find yourself in Alberta during the colder months, don't miss the chance to explore Abraham Lake. Witnessing this spectacular sight is an experience you won't forget. Have you ever wondered why some countries skip military forces? It might surprise you to learn that 15 nations, including Costa Rica, Liechtenstein, and Samoa, have chosen to live without standing armies. Instead of investing in military equipment, these countries focus on strengthening their communities by putting more money into education, tourism, and diplomatic relations. For example, Costa Rica, known for its lush rainforests and vibrant culture, abolished its military in 1949 and has since channeled its resources into healthcare and schooling, resulting in high literacy rates and a flourishing tourist industry. By prioritizing peace and cooperation over conflict, these countries demonstrate that security can come from strong alliances rather than weapons. Isn't it fascinating to see how these nations prove that a peaceful approach can be a smart and effective policy? Believe it or not, electric buses are here to stay. The Mercedes-Benz Citaro, known as the first series-produced electric bus, is changing how we think about public transportation. With a sleek, futuristic design, this innovative vehicle not only looks great, but is also packed with cutting-edge technology. The Citaro features high-performance batteries and an efficient thermal management system, enabling it to travel an impressive 248 miles on just one charge. This means shorter wait times for passengers and reduced emissions for the environment. As cities around the world push for greener alternatives, the Isataro could lead to a new era of sustainable public transit. Imagine hopping on a bus that helps to cut down air pollution while getting you to your destination comfortably. The future of city travel is bright, and it might just be electric. Hard to believe, but baseballs are engineering marvels. Each Major League Baseball is expertly designed with 216 precisely placed stitches, some of which are cleverly hidden. This intricate design isn't just for show, it actually improves the grip for pitchers and significantly impacts the ball's spin. When a pitcher throws a fastball or a curveball, the way the ball spins can make all the difference in its trajectory midair. These stitches allow the ball to respond to various throwing techniques, showcasing how art, science, and skill come together on the field. Whether it's a nail-biting game in July or the World Series, the complexity behind each pitch is an amazing aspect of America's favorite pastime. Next time you watch a game, think about how those tiny stitches play a huge role in every thrilling moment. Guess what really drives cyclists wild in Japan? Mount Iwaki features a thrilling challenge called the Road of 100 Vomits. This stretch is famous for its 43 hairpin bends packed into just 5.6 miles, combined with a steep 7% gradient. Sounds daunting, right? Cyclists looking for an adventure can only tackle this intense route once a year during a special event that draws riders from near and far. The name Road of 100 Vomits might sound intimidating, but it captures the excitement and determination required to conquer this winding road. Picture a vibrant gathering of enthusiastic cyclists, all drawn together by their shared love for cycling and the thrill of the climb. As they pedal through the sharp turns and steep inclines, they're rewarded not just with a grueling workout, but also with breathtaking views. It's a unique experience that challenges riders while providing a sense of community among fellow adventurers. Are you ready to ride the Road of 100 Vomits and embrace the exhilaration? Did you know penguins trade rocks for romance? In a surprising twist of nature, certain penguins have developed a unique way to build their nests using rocks, and this behavior is tied to their courtship. These charming birds, particularly species like the gentoo and Adelie penguins, use pebbles to create a cozy home for their eggs. However, romance does not always mean honesty. Some male penguins have been caught deceiving their partners by snatching rocks without returning any affection. This behavior may seem cheeky, but it highlights the complexity of penguin relationships and their instinctive drive to secure a safe nesting spot. The rock trading ritual serves a dual purpose. It strengthens bonds between mates and ensures that their future chicks will have a solid foundation. So the next time you see a penguin waddling around with a rock, remember it might be more than just a simple pebble. It could be a step toward love. Isn't nature full of surprises? Believe it or not, caffeine doesn't dehydrate you. Many people have heard the myth that drinking coffee or tea will leave them parched, but this belief is not entirely accurate. Caffeine is indeed a mild diuretic, which means it can encourage your body to produce urine. However, the diuretic effect of caffeine is not strong enough to outweigh the hydration benefits those drinks provide. Research shows that both coffee and tea can contribute positively to your overall fluid intake. In fact, earlier studies likely caused confusion with exaggerated claims about caffeine's effects on hydration. So if you enjoy your morning coffee or afternoon tea, you can relax knowing that moderate caffeine consumption can fit right into your daily hydration goals. Next time someone tells you to skip the Java for hydration, you can confidently enjoy your cup. Did you know your eyes are super movers? Every day, our eyes perform an astonishing 100,000 movements, which is comparable to walking about 50 miles. This remarkable activity involves a mix of blinking, adjusting focus, and scanning our surroundings. Each blink refreshes our vision and protects our eyes from dust and bright lights. But those movements are driven by our brain's remarkable ability to track and react to visual stimuli. Imagine how many times your eyes dart around to read a book, watch a movie, or simply look at the world around you. Just like the legs power us through our daily journeys, our eyes keep us connected to everything happening around us. They play a crucial role in how we perceive colors, shapes, and movements, helping us navigate the complexities of our environment. So next time you pause to enjoy a sunset or glance at a friend, Remember how hard your eyes work to keep you informed and engaged in life? Isn't it fascinating how our bodies operate in such intricate ways? Here's a wild fact about Borobudur. Situated on the beautiful island of Java in Indonesia, Borobudur holds the title of the largest Buddhist temple in the world. This magnificent structure dates back to the 8th century and showcases a stunning blend of art, spirituality, and engineering. Built as a gigantic stupa, it stands at approximately 35 meters high and consists of 9 stacked platforms, topped with a central dome. The entire temple complex is adorned with over 2,600 relief panels and 504 Buddha statues, each telling a part of the Buddhist story. As visitors wander through its intricate carvings and pathways, they aren't just experiencing an architectural marvel, they're also walking through a spiritual journey designed to reflect the path to enlightenment. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991, Borobudur attracts thousands of tourists and pilgrims each year, curious to explore its rich history and profound beauty. Have you ever dreamed of witnessing such an extraordinary sight? This might surprise you: the Corinth Canal's breathtaking views. This narrow waterway in Greece connects the Ionian Sea with the Aegean Sea, offering sailors a shortcut that saves them time and effort. As you navigate through this stunning canal, towering rock walls rise majestically on either side, creating a feeling similar to being inside a natural tunnel. This impressive engineering feat, completed in the late 19th century, is only about 6.3 kilometers long, but makes a significant impact on maritime travel. The canal's history dates back to ancient times, with plans by emperors like Nero to build it much earlier. Today, it attracts not just boats and ships, but also tourists eager to witness its stunning cliffs and serene waters. Whether you're sailing through it or simply standing on the banks, the Corinth Canal is a remarkable blend of natural beauty and human ingenuity. Are you ready to explore its wonders? Here's what actually happens when Shakespeare gets cheeky. In his play Titus Andronicus, Shakespeare cleverly introduces an early version of the popular "Yo Mama" joke. Imagine a stage filled with drama, betrayal, and revenge. Amidst all that intensity, a character delivers a biting quip about another's mother, poking fun in a way that feels surprisingly modern. This moment highlights Shakespeare's genius for humor, showcasing that even in tales of tragedy, there's room for some lighthearted teasing. The jab not only serves to entertain the audience, but also reveals the sharpness of social commentary in his work. By mixing humor with serious themes, Shakespeare makes us realize that jokes, even about family, have been a part of human experience for centuries. Isn't it fascinating that a small quip from the 16th century still resonates today? Did you know the Wizard of Oz has a silly secret? In L. Frank Baum's beloved tale, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, this iconic character isn't just known as the Wizard, he has an impressively long name: Oscar Zoroaster, Fadrig, Isaac Norman Henkel, Emmanuel Ambroise Diggs. It's a name that really stands out, but it comes with a funny twist. When you look closely, the initials of his full name spell out Pinhead, which the wizard found both hilarious and somewhat embarrassing. Imagine being a powerful wizard and having a name like that. To keep up his grand persona, he cleverly decided to shorten his name to just OZ, which has a nice ring to it. This playful detail about his character not only highlights his sense of humor, but also reveals his desire to appear mysterious and authoritative in the fantastical land of Oz. So, next time you think of the wizard, remember he carries a quirky secret hidden in his elaborate name. Witness the magic of China's Ice and Snow Festival. Every winter, this spectacular event transforms Harbin into a dazzling wonderland where gigantic ice and snow sculptures come to life. Artists from all over the world gather to showcase their creativity, crafting intricate designs that can reach towering heights of over 20 feet. Imagine walking through a site illuminated by colorful lights where visitors can explore castles, animals, and even replicas of famous landmarks entirely made of ice. The festival typically runs from early January to late February, taking advantage of the freezing temperatures to ensure the sculptures remain intact. Among the highlights are the Ice Lantern Garden Party, and nightly light shows that enhance the enchanting atmosphere. Families, tourists, and adventurers flock to the festival to marvel at the craftsmanship and snap breathtaking photos. With activities like ice skating and sledding available, there's fun for everyone. So if you're looking for a magical winter adventure, the Ice and Snow Festival just might be your ultimate destination. Did you know about Heinz's mysterious number 57? This intriguing number on ketchup bottles actually represents the incredible variety of pickles that Heinz once sold. In the early days of the company, Heinz offered over 57 different varieties of products, hoping to showcase their extensive range. Although today they are best known for their iconic ketchup, this clever marketing slogan was designed to leave customers with the impression that they could find a wide selection of high-quality items at Heinz. The number 57 also implies that true quality can't be rushed. It's more about tradition and trust than just a product count. As you squeeze that famous bottle of ketchup over your fries or burger, remember there's a rich history tied to that simple number. It's not just a marketing gimmick, it reflects the company's commitment to variety and customer satisfaction, making Heinz a staple in kitchens worldwide. So the next time you reach for Heinz ketchup, think about how this number connects you to a legacy of deliciousness and variety. Did you know Rio has the largest floating Christmas tree? This magnificent tree towers over 279 feet and graces the beautiful Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon in Brazil. Every holiday season, it transforms the lagoon into a dazzling spectacle filled with millions of colorful lights, creating a magical atmosphere that attracts thousands of visitors. This stunning display is not just a tree, it's a celebration of joy and togetherness, showcasing the spirit of Christmas in a unique way. Built on a floating platform, the tree is adorned with decorations representing the rich culture of Brazil. Visitors flock to the lagoon to take family photos and enjoy the festive spirit, while local performances and night festivities make the experience even more special. If you ever find yourself in Rio during the season, this breathtaking sight should definitely top your list of must-see attractions. Can you imagine a sea slug that's this cute? The sheepdog is an enchanting little marine creature that lives in the warm waters surrounding Japan, the Philippines, and Indonesia. Measuring just about 10 millimeters long, this tiny sea slug captures the hearts of many with its distinctly adorable features, including small protuberances on its head. These protuberances aren't just for show, they act as chemical sensors, helping the sheepdog locate food in its underwater habitat. With its unique appearance and playful behavior, it has become one of the ocean's cutest inhabitants. The sheepdog is part of a fascinating ecosystem, showcasing the diverse life that thrives beneath the waves. Observing this little slug gliding through the water can feel like watching a tiny, graceful dancer perform in a vibrant underwater ballet. It's incredible to think that such a small creature can bring so much joy and curiosity to marine life enthusiasts. Isn't it amazing how nature creates such delightful surprises in the deep blue sea? Hard to believe, but Jane Barbie shaped your calls. This legendary voice came to life through the Bell System telephone network, where she provided automated responses for various services, including directory assistance and operator messages. Imagine millions of people across the United States hearing her soothing and clear voice every single day without having a clue who she was. Jane Barbie was the unseen star of countless phone calls during the peak of her career. While technology has shifted dramatically to digital systems, her recordings were essential for effective communication back in the day. Barbie's contributions went beyond just a voice. She became a symbol of the era of telephone service. Her influence makes us appreciate how the simple act of picking up the phone was once connected through her efforts. Isn't it fascinating to think of how many conversations she inadvertently helped shape? Have you ever counted your daily words? On average, men use about 15,000 words each day, while women are known to use around 30,000. This fascinating difference in communication styles has intrigued researchers for years. While it might seem like women are simply chatty, it's important to understand that this variance is not just about volume. It reflects how we connect with one another. Women often engage in more interpersonal communication, discussing feelings, relationships, and daily experiences, which may contribute to a higher word count. Men, on the other hand, might focus on succinct communication, sharing information more directly, or engaging in problem-solving discussions. This doesn't mean one way is better than the other. They just serve different purposes in our daily interactions. So next time you find yourself chatting with friends or family, think about how your daily word count stacks up. How do you express your thoughts and feelings? Are you more of a chatter or a minimalist in conversation? You won't believe this about food packaging. The color of the bag can actually change how we perceive taste. Studies show that our brains rely heavily on visual cues, meaning that if you put salt and vinegar chips in a bright cheese and onion bag, many people might not even notice the difference. It's fascinating how our senses work together. Our brains make quick connections between colors and flavors. For instance, people often associate bright colors with bold flavors and muted colors with milder tastes. This trick can be seen in many food products, from candies to snacks. Companies understand this power and use colors to shape our expectations and enhance our eating experience. Ever noticed how a red bag makes you excited for something sweet? It's all part of the game. So next time you snack, pay attention to the packaging. Your eyes might be influencing your taste buds more than you realize. Unlocking the internet's language puzzle. Which rules? English holds a powerful position, dominating about 25.9% of all online content. This fascinating statistic reveals just how influential the language has become in our digital world. Following English, Chinese ranks second with 19.4%, while Spanish comes in third at 8%. The prevalence of English on the internet can be traced back to the early days of web development, where many of the first websites were created in English. This trend continues to shape how information is shared globally, making English crucial for communication, business, and culture online. However, the rise of Chinese highlights the growing importance of other languages as internet access expands in countries like China. As more people connect online, we might see a shift in this language landscape. Will other languages ever catch up to English, or is it destined to remain the top choice? The internet has opened doors for various languages, but it also raises questions about accessibility and inclusion in our increasingly interconnected world. Let's uncover the truth about haunted dolls. You might have heard spooky stories about dolls that move on their own, but the reality is often less thrilling. In numerous instances of alleged haunted dolls, the supposed movement can actually be traced back to simple causes like vibrations from nearby traffic or uneven surfaces. For example, a viral video showed a doll appearing to slide across a shelf, but upon investigation, it turned out that the shelf was unstable and located near a busy subway line. The vibrations from passing trains were responsible for the eerie motion. It's fascinating how easily our imaginations can run wild with these tales, often overlooking the ordinary explanations. So next time you watch a spooky doll video, remember there might be a perfectly logical reason behind the movement. Isn't it interesting how many mysteries are solved by science? Uncover the secrets of tropical pitcher plants. These fascinating flowers have found a unique way to survive in tough environments by becoming insect eaters. Living in nutrient-poor soils, they can't rely on traditional methods to absorb nutrients. Instead, their leaves have evolved into specialized, deep pitchers filled with slippery surfaces and digestive enzymes. When unsuspecting insects land on these slick edges, they slip in and can't escape. Once trapped, the plants feast on their catch, breaking down their bodies to absorb vital nutrients. It's a brilliant adaptation that allows these plants to thrive where others can't. Some species even modify their colors to attract prey, showcasing nature's creativity and survival strategies. Isn't it amazing how life adapts to challenges? Tropical pitcher plants remind us that the natural world is full of surprises and incredible solutions. What if I told you fleas change history forever? The Silk Road, an ancient trade route, was more than just a path for goods. It was also a highway for the infamous Black Death. In the 14th century, merchants traveled this route, carrying not only spices and silk, but also infected fleas hiding on their goods. As these merchants exchanged products across Europe, they unknowingly brought a deadly plague with them. The consequences were shocking. Millions of people succumbed to the disease, drastically altering the course of history. Towns and cities faced decline as fear gripped the population. Families lost loved ones, and economies faltered. This period highlighted how interconnected the world was, even back then, and how a tiny flea could unleash such catastrophic waves. Have you ever thought about how something so small could have such a massive impact? Did you know Clint Dempsey raps under the name Deuce? Many fans recognize Clint Dempsey as an amazing professional footballer, but he also has a surprising side hustle. In 2006, while he was still on the pitch, Dempsey dropped an album titled The Deuce. This album showcases his talent as a rapper, featuring songs that highlight his personal experiences and perspectives on life, sports, and rap culture. Dempsey's dual career combines the worlds of football and music, allowing him to express himself creatively off the field. His catchy beats and relatable lyrics capture the essence of what inspires him, whether he's scoring goals or creating music. Dempsey's artistic journey is a reminder that athletes often have hidden talents beyond their sports. So what do you think? Could we see more athletes diving into the music scene like Dempsey has? Guess what really drives beer's unique flavor? Hops, or Humulus lupulus, play a crucial role in giving beer its distinctive bitterness and inviting aroma. But there's more to hops than just taste. They also have antimicrobial properties that help keep beer fresh for longer. This is essential for brewers as it extends the shelf life of their delicious creations, ensuring every sip tastes just as good as the first. Interestingly, hops and marijuana are actually part of the same family of flowering plants called Cannabaceae. This connection sparks curiosity as both plants share some fascinating traits. While the effects of marijuana are well known, hops bring a different kind of enjoyment through their contribution to beer. So next time you crack open a cold one, remember that hops are working hard to keep it refreshing and flavorful. How cool is that? Have you ever wondered how snakes survive after decapitation? Even after a venomous snake loses its head, it can still bite. This surprising fact is due to impressive survival reflexes that can last for hours after the head is severed. The nervous system remains active, allowing the snake to react to stimuli even without its brain. These reflexes are a part of nature's remarkable survival strategies, helping animals defend themselves against threats. It's a stark reminder of how powerful instincts can be in the animal kingdom. So if you ever find yourself in an unfortunate encounter with a snake, remember that even a headless one can still pose a danger. Nature is full of mysteries, and this phenomenon showcases the incredible ways creatures adapt to survive. Isn't it fascinating how life can cling on, even in the most extreme situations? Here's something incredible about Colorado's highways. The state has made a surprising adjustment to its road measurements, changing the first 420 kilometers of its highways to 499 kilometers. This minor alteration might seem trivial at first glance, but it reflects a meticulous approach to accuracy in road signage. Why did this adjustment happen? It's all about keeping things precise. By slightly modifying the kilometer marking, Colorado aims to provide more exact information for drivers navigating its scenic routes. Accurate measurements help in planning travel times and fuel efficiencies, making the journey smoother for everyone. Plus, this change showcases how even small tweaks can have significant impacts on road safety and navigation. So next time you find yourself cruising along Colorado's beautiful highways, remember this little fact. Your journey is guided by measurements that strive for perfection. Here's a wild fact about astronauts in space. When astronauts venture into the great unknown, they leave behind Earth's comforting gravity. In the weightlessness of space, their bodies undergo fascinating changes. For example, muscles can weaken and bones may lose density, leading to a condition often referred to as space bones. This happens because, without gravity, their bodies don't have to work as hard to support themselves. Interestingly, these physical transformations aren't permanent. Once they return to Earth, their bodies usually bounce back to normal within a few days. This adaptability is a remarkable feature of the human body, showcasing its ability to respond to various environments. Space travel poses unique challenges, but thanks to this resilience, astronauts can safely resume life on Earth. Isn't it incredible how our bodies can adjust to such extreme conditions? Here's what actually happens when cars fly. The Terrafugia Transition is an incredible invention that combines the best features of a car and a light aircraft. Imagine being stuck in traffic, then in just under a minute, transforming your car into an airplane and soaring above the congestion. This vehicle can comfortably carry 2 people, making it a fantastic option for those who wish to skip long drive times or enjoy scenic aerial views. With wings that fold up seamlessly and an engine designed for both driving and flying, the Transition enables a unique travel experience unlike anything else on the market. Just think of the possibilities. Weekend getaways without the hassle of airports or the chance to explore remote areas with no road access. For adventure seekers and frequent travelers, this hybrid vehicle is not just a dream, it's a glimpse into the future of personal transportation. What would you do with your own flying car? Is it really true that AOL still has users? Surprisingly, as of May 2015, around 2.3 million Americans were still subscribed to AOL dial-up internet. While broadband internet has become the norm for most of us, some loyal subscribers continue to stick with their classic service. This might seem ancient in today's fast-paced digital world, where lightning-fast connections are standard. However, for many, the nostalgic reliability of AOL dial-up offered a sense of comfort. Some users enjoyed the simplicity of connecting, as it reminded them of the early days of the internet. Others might have been in rural areas where broadband wasn't available yet, making dial-up their go-to option. Even with the rise of high-speed internet and countless alternatives, it's fascinating to think about how certain services maintain a unique, devoted customer base, isn't it? Let's uncover the truth about the Beilong elevator. This incredible structure in China, often referred to as the Elevator of 100 Dragons, soars to a jaw-dropping height of 1,070 feet, making it taller than the Eiffel Tower. Imagine stepping inside one of its 3 fully glass cabins, where you can enjoy panoramic views of a stunning park dotted with sparkling streams, cascading waterfalls, and mysterious natural caves. Each ride can hold up to 50 people who are whisked up the mountainside in style. But that's not all. The Beilong elevator efficiently moves over 1,300 passengers each day, showcasing its capacity and engineering marvel. Opened in 2002, this lift provides a unique experience, combining the thrill of heights with the beauty of nature. Whether you're an adventure seeker or a nature lover, the views from the top are guaranteed to take your breath away. So if you ever find yourself in China, don't miss the chance to ride this spectacular elevator. It's an unforgettable experience you won't want to skip. Why exactly does Beppu's hot spring water soothe so deeply? The hot springs in Beppu, Japan, boast water temperatures ranging from 39 to 42 degrees Celsius, perfect for a calming soak. These natural heaters are rich in minerals like sulfur, which is believed to have healing properties. When you dip into these therapeutic waters, your body relaxes and stress melts away. The unique blend of minerals not only eases muscle tension, but may also promote better skin health. Many visitors flock to Beppu, drawn to its numerous onsens or hot spring baths, where they can enjoy a stunning view of the surrounding landscape while soaking. Each spring offers a distinct experience, from indoor baths to outdoor pools surrounded by nature. It's no wonder Beppu has earned a reputation as a top-tier destination for rejuvenation. Whether you're looking for relief after a long day or simply want to relax, these hot springs might be the perfect getaway. Did you know how horse foals are born? When a mare, or mother horse, is ready to give birth, she often does so while standing. This unique approach ensures that the newborn foal arrives safely onto the ground. The foal is born with its front legs and head leading the way, which helps it land gently, minimizing the risk of injury. This instinctive birthing posture also allows the mare to remain alert to potential threats in her environment, protecting her vulnerable new baby. The foal is usually on its feet within just a few minutes, ready to take its first steps and start bonding with its mother. This remarkable process not only showcases the beauty of nature, but also highlights how horses have adapted to their surroundings. Isn't it fascinating how such incredible creatures have evolved to make their entry into the world as smooth as possible? Ever wondered how sharks find tiny traces of blood? Sharks have an astonishing ability to detect blood in water, sensing as little as a single drop in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. This remarkable sense, called olfaction, allows them to locate prey from great distances. When a shark picks up on the scent of blood in the water, it triggers a powerful instinct to hunt, helping it pinpoint meals like fish and seals. Their nostrils are specifically designed for this purpose. They can smell blood even when it's diluted dramatically. This skill is not just about finding food, it plays a vital role in their survival in the ocean's vast expanse. Sharks can act quickly to follow the scent trail, ensuring they don't miss out on a meal. So the next time you admire these incredible creatures, remember their keen sense of smell is key to thriving in the ocean's depths. Why are coral atolls nature's resilient wonders? These stunning formations, which encircle shallow lagoons, showcase the incredible strength of marine ecosystems. At first glance, coral atolls seem delicate, made up of tiny coral polyps that build intricate structures over thousands of years. Surprisingly, these islands can withstand extreme weather conditions, from powerful storms to rising sea levels. The underlying secret of their resilience lies in their unique formation process. Corals grow and thrive in symbiotic relationships with algae, which provide them with energy through photosynthesis. This collaboration not only fuels coral growth, but also helps the entire ecosystem flourish, supporting a rich variety of marine life. As the atoll slowly forms, it provides a habitat for countless species, making them vital for biodiversity. Despite facing threats from climate change and human activity, coral atolls continue to inspire us with their durability and beauty. They remind us that even the most fragile structures can stand strong against adversity. How can we protect these extraordinary ecosystems for future generations? Did you know that Japan has the lowest military readiness? Only 11% of Japanese citizens are willing to fight for their country, and this figure is the lowest in the world. This surprising statistic highlights Japan's deep-rooted pacifist approach, shaped significantly by its post-World War II constitution. After the devastation of the war, Japan adopted a constitution that prioritizes diplomacy and peaceful resolutions over military engagement. Many Japanese people believe in resolving conflicts through dialogue rather than battle, fostering a culture that values peace. This perspective has united a large portion of the population, creating a society that leans toward cooperation rather than confrontation. As global tensions rise, some wonder if this stance might change, or if Japan will continue to champion peace in an increasingly complicated world. What do you think will happen next? Prepare to be amazed by the Fulgor Nocturnus, the pinnacle of luxury fountain pens. Created by the prestigious Tebaldi brand, this exceptional writing instrument stands out as one of the most exclusive and expensive in the world. Imagine owning a pen that not only writes beautifully, but also symbolizes wealth and prestige. The Fulgor Nocturnus is crafted with extreme precision, featuring exquisite materials and intricate detailing that appeal to collectors and connoisseurs alike. Its design reflects a blend of art and functionality, ensuring that each stroke on paper is smooth and elegant. This extraordinary pen has become a status symbol among the elite, showing off the owner's appreciation for fine craftsmanship and luxury. In a world where digital reigns supreme, the Fulgor Nocturnus offers a timeless experience that celebrates the art of writing. Would you dare to own such an extravagant piece of art? Believe it or not, zinc air batteries are game changers. These fascinating batteries, often found in hearing aids, produce electricity via a chemical reaction that needs oxygen from the air. Unlike many traditional batteries, which rely solely on chemical reactions within their enclosed system, zinc air batteries utilize atmospheric oxygen. This unique mechanism allows them to create energy efficiently, making them lighter and often longer lasting compared to other types. Because they operate similarly to natural processes in living organisms, researchers are exploring their potential for innovative energy solutions in the future. Imagine a world where batteries not only power devices, but are also inspired by nature. As technology evolves, the possibility of using zinc air batteries in other applications like electric vehicles or renewable energy systems, could change the way we think about energy altogether. Could this be the future of energy? Did you know that a jockey won after dying? This incredible story revolves around Frank Hayes, who made history at Belmont Park in 1923. During the race, Hayes suffered a heart attack, but somehow continued to ride, crossing the finish line first. His horse, Sweet Kiss, carried him to victory. But when the crowd celebrated, they quickly realized something was amiss. Hayes had passed away mid-race, making this a somber yet remarkable moment in horse racing history. His unexpected victory is often remembered as a bittersweet triumph, highlighting the fierce determination of both horse and rider. This unusual event reminds us that sports can sometimes blur the lines between life and death, raising questions about the nature of competition and resilience. Frank Hayes was laid to rest in 1930, but his legacy lives on, forever etched in the annals of Belmont Park. What do you think about such a bizarre outcome? Believe it or not, airports use scent detection for safety. As you navigate through security checkpoints, you might encounter a curious process involving a cloth and a special atomizer. This procedure starts when airport staff ask you to rub your hands on a cloth, picking up any potential chemical residues. Then your samples are passed through an atomizer, a device that detects dangerous substances by memorizing their unique scents. It's a clever way to spot hazardous materials without resorting to invasive measures. The best part is that the entire process is completely harmless to you. By utilizing this scent-based technology, airports can help ensure everyone's safety while keeping checks efficient. After all, airport security isn't just about checking IDs and bags. It also includes innovative techniques designed to keep air travel safe and secure. So the next time you pass through security, remember that even your scent can play a role in flight safety. Isn't it fascinating how technology adapts to protect us? Prepare to be amazed by history's shortest war. On August 27, 1896, the world witnessed an astonishing conflict between Britain and the Sultanate of Zanzibar that lasted only 38 to 45 minutes. The war ignited when Sultan Khalid bin Bargash refused to step down after the death of a leader supported by the British government. In a dramatic show of power, British Royal Navy ships began bombarding the Sultan's palace, which led to an incredibly swift surrender. Zanzibar's forces faced devastating casualties while British losses were minimal, showcasing a glaring imbalance in military might. This astonishingly brief conflict not only secured Britain's influence over the region, but also left a curious mark in the annals of history. Today, the Anglo-Zanzibar War stands as a bizarre yet fascinating reminder of how conflicts can escalate so quickly and how power dynamics shape our world. What if I told you energy can't disappear? The law of conservation of energy explains this fascinating principle. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It simply transforms from one form to another. Imagine driving a car. The gasoline you put in isn't lost, but changes into mechanical energy that powers the vehicle. When you step on the gas, chemical energy from the fuel transforms into kinetic energy, making your car move forward. Now let's shift gears and look at plants. In a process called photosynthesis, plants convert sunlight into chemical energy. They take carbon dioxide and water and, with the help of sunlight, transform these simple substances into glucose and oxygen. So whether in a roaring engine or a lush green leaf, energy is always in motion, changing forms but never truly vanishing. Isn't it amazing how our universe keeps energy flowing? Have you ever wondered about Elon Musk's timelines? When it comes to his electric vehicle company Tesla, he often sets ambitious goals that spark curiosity and debate. The term Elon time has become popular to describe these bold predictions. For example, Musk announced that Tesla would produce 500,000 cars annually by 2018. Enthusiasts and skeptics alike watch closely, but that target wasn't reached until 2020. Why do targets slip? Some blame supply chain challenges, while others say the intense pressure for innovation drives Musk to push the limits of what's possible. Regardless of the delays, Tesla has become a leader in the electric vehicle market, revolutionizing how we think about transportation. So is this just a case of unrealistic expectations, or is Musk simply aiming to change the world? Get ready to explore the thrilling ups and downs of his timeline strategies. Can you believe a duck's vagina is corkscrew-shaped? Ducks are fascinating creatures, and their anatomy is even more surprising. Female ducks have a vagina that spirals in the opposite direction of the male's corkscrew-shaped penis. This unique design plays a crucial role in the mating process. It allows female ducks to have more control over reproduction, as they can choose not to accept sperm from unwanted males. When a female encounters multiple males, her complex anatomy can help her decide which male's sperm to retain. This quirky and strategic reproductive feature is just one of the many wonders of the animal kingdom. In a world where survival and reproduction are key, nature finds the most interesting ways to adapt and evolve. Ducks, with their quirky corkscrew anatomy, remind us that there is so much more to learn about how animals navigate their lives and ensure the survival of their species. Isn't it wild to think about the intricate shapes and designs in nature that help animals thrive? Ever thought about why Ali and Nino dance? In Batumi, Georgia, there's a fascinating metal sculpture by artist Tamarik Vestadze that tells a beautiful story of love and longing. Created in 2010, the sculpture depicts Ali, a young Muslim man, and Nino, a Georgian princess, caught in an embrace that represents their intense love across cultural divides. Each evening at 7 p.m., these towering figures perform a special synchronized dance for 10 magical minutes, slowly rotating away from each other before coming back together again. This daily ritual beautifully symbolizes the idea of eternal love, reminding locals and visitors alike that love can transcend boundaries. Watching this stunning spectacle against the backdrop of Batumi's vibrant coastline is an experience like no other. People gather to witness the dance, celebrating the connection between the characters and the love story that inspired it. How amazing is it that art can express such deep emotions? Here's something incredible about a karaoke performance in Japan. A woman in Japan sparked quite a scene when she belted out "My Heart Will Go On" at full volume. Her powerful singing echoed through the neighborhood, leading her concerned neighbors to fear that she was in distress and call the police. When authorities arrived, they were taken aback to find her in a dramatic performance, wielding a hairbrush as a makeshift microphone. This amusing situation highlights not only the woman's passion for karaoke, but also how quickly misunderstandings can arise in quiet communities. Instead of a crisis, the police encountered a heartfelt tribute to a classic song. It's a reminder of the joy and sometimes chaos that music can bring into our lives. Have you ever experienced a musical moment that got the wrong kind of attention? Is it really true that we make cancer cells regularly? Incredibly, the human body produces cancer cells about every 30 minutes. This might sound alarming, but don't worry too much. Our immune system plays a vital role in keeping us healthy by detecting and destroying these abnormal cells before they can grow into something dangerous. Think of the immune system as a skilled security team, constantly patrolling and removing threats. The process is a natural part of life. However, when our immune defenses weaken or become less effective, it can lead to a greater risk of cancer developing. Factors like age, genetics, and lifestyle can affect how well this protective system works. Regular checkups and a healthy lifestyle can help keep your immune system in top shape, ready to tackle any challenges that arise. So while it's fascinating to know our bodies are always making and fighting cancer cells, the real superhero is our immune system, tirelessly working behind the scenes to keep us safe. Did you know about Earth's hidden water treasure? It's surprising to realize that about 96% of the Earth's water is located in the oceans. This enormous amount of salt water makes up the bulk of our planet's water resources, leaving only a small fraction, around 4%, as fresh water. Where does this precious fresh water go, you ask? Most of it is tucked away in glaciers and ice sheets, primarily found in places like Antarctica and Greenland. This means that while we may think of water as abundant, much of it is not easily accessible for drinking, agriculture, or daily use. It's crucial for us to understand that fresh water is a limited resource, and as our population grows, the demand for clean water increases. Conservation efforts and smart water usage are more important than ever to ensure that we can all have enough fresh water in the future. So next time you take a sip of water, remember the journey it took to get to you and the vast oceans surrounding our planet. Did you know millions share your birthday? Every year, millions of people around the globe celebrate their birthdays, and you might be surprised to find just how many share your special day. In fact, it's estimated that 18 million people in the world share the same day as you, which creates a fascinating feeling of connection. Birthdays are not just personal milestones. They unite us, turning a simple celebration into a global event. This shared experience can spark interesting conversations and incredible stories between friends and strangers alike. Imagine going to a birthday party and meeting someone with the exact same birth date as you. This sense of camaraderie reminds us that we are part of something bigger, even among the vast tapestry of humanity. So the next time you blow out your candles, think of all the others around the world celebrating alongside you. Isn't that a joyful thought? Believe it or not, Everest tea is a no-go. At the top of the world, Mount Everest, brewing a proper cup of tea isn't just challenging, it's downright impossible. The reason lies in the thin air and high altitude. As you climb higher, the atmospheric pressure decreases, causing water to boil at a much lower temperature, around 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. However, for most teas, especially black or oolong, water needs to reach a simmering point of at least 190 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 degrees Celsius, for optimal flavor extraction. So if you're thinking of brewing a cozy cup while taking in the stunning views from the summit, you'll be disappointed. Instead of a hot beverage, you might want to stick to enjoying the breathtaking scenery and planning a warmer drink for when you return to lower altitudes. Why exactly does the Antarctic ice cap matter? The Antarctic ice cap is a colossal frozen treasure, holding an astonishing 90% of the Earth's ice and around 70% of its fresh water. Covering more than 13 million square kilometers, this massive ice sheet plays a pivotal role in maintaining our planet's climate and ecosystems. As it stores so much fresh water, it helps regulate global sea levels. If it were to melt completely, scientists predict sea levels could rise by nearly 60 meters. Such a dramatic change would reshape coastlines and affect millions of people living near the shore. But that's not all. The Antarctic ice cap is also home to resilient microorganisms that thrive in these harsh conditions, showing how life can adapt in extreme environments. Furthermore, it influences global weather patterns, affecting climate well beyond Antarctica. With climate change posing a threat to this vast ice reserve, understanding its importance could be key to protecting our planet. What happens to the world if this icy giant continues to shrink? Here's something incredible about leap years. Leap years, occurring every 4 years, help keep our calendar in sync with Earth's journey around the sun. If it weren't for these extra days, known as February 29th, we would gradually lose our grip on the seasons. Think about it. Without leap years, summer might eventually fall in the middle of winter. The rule for determining a leap year is quite interesting. A year is a leap year if it is divisible by 4. However, this rule has exceptions. If a year is divisible by 100, it won't be a leap year unless it's also divisible by 400. This means the year 2000 was a leap year, but 1900 was not. The next leap year coming up is 2028, so get ready for that extra day. Have you ever wondered how we'd celebrate the birthdays of leap year babies? They only get to celebrate every 4 years, adding a unique twist to their age. Did you know these candies share a secret connection? It's true, Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish, two beloved treats, are made by the same manufacturer, Mondelez International. If you've ever tried a red Sour Patch Kid, you might be surprised to learn that it's nearly identical to a Swedish Fish, but with a tangy twist. The difference lies in the coating of sour sugar that gives Sour Patch Kids their signature bite. This fun little fact highlights the creativity behind candy making, where slight changes in flavor or texture can transform a sweet into a completely unique experience. Both candies have their fans, but now you can impress your friends with trivia about their similar origins. Next time you reach for a bag of either, remember that you're enjoying a treat from the same candy family. How cool is that?